up? How are we all doing? Good to see you. Welcome back to another big watch along. Hopefully a better result today. Arsenal v Spurs. Come on the Spurs! Come on Spurs! That's what we're after here. Mr. Mark, pissing annoying key. I was subscribed and I tried to look and see if you're watching Dirty Leeds and I find myself unsubbed. That's no good, Mr. Mac. You need to sort that out. There's no way at all you should be unsubbed. Everyone knows all the absolute winners are subbed. So thank you very much for watching, mate, as always. 3-star Reds, good result for Forest with Leeds losing to Villa. Yeah, I mean, Leeds threw that one away, didn't they? Did you watch that? Absolutely threw that one away, Leeds. They were 1-0 in front. Villa... I mean, to be honest, it's a good free kick from Morgan Rogers, but I think you'd be disappointed with the wall. If you're the goalkeeper looking at that, I'm absolutely raging with my wall there. You're absolutely devastated if that's your wall and you've set them up in the right way. And the guy in the middle, I don't know who it is. The guy in the middle doesn't jump and it goes smack bang over his head and in the middle of the goal. So like, I was watching it with my dad and my dad was like, "Oh, keeper looks a little bit suspect there," and I was like, "Nah, you can't blame the keeper. The whole purpose of a wall is that you set it up to protect that side of the goal. You're the keeper. You stand to one side, and this is my side. I'm going to cover it. You stand there. If it goes over you, there's not an awful lot I can do. So you guys need to block it. And there's a guy who doesn't jump in the wall. If you don't jump in the wall, it's unforgivable. I'd be dropping you. 2 weeks wages minimum. Right, hang on a second. Yeah, what do we think of this one, by the way? Obviously, it's half an hour to kick off. Let's go through the lineup shortly. Liam Farker has to go. Leon Steadman, how's it going? Where are we up to? Liam doesn't make changes till too late. The guy's not great in the Premier League. It's simple as. H prediction for the derby today. I think Arsenal win it 2-0, but I'm obviously rooting for Spurs. I'm hoping Spurs can get something, but I expect Arsenal will win. I won't be surprised at all if Arsenal win. Arsenal have to win. Like I say, it's from an Arsenal point of view, they go 6 points clear if they win. It would be the most Arsenal thing ever to drop points in this one. So it might not be all that surprising, to be honest. Let's be dead honest. It wouldn't be that surprising if Arsenal did drop points. But I think they will win. Yeah, I think they will win. Spurs haven't been terrific lately. So I'm sure, yeah, all the bookies certainly favour Arsenal this week. No Spursy problems. And Cucho says Spurs haven't lost away. Spurs win 2-1. Wow. YJ says Leeds are terrible. Not a great day for Leeds at all, is it? Not a great day at all. Listen, let's go through the lineups. Let's go through the starting lineups. So, for Arsenal today, they have got David Ryan in goal. They've gone Jurriën Timber at right back. They've got a back through, well, alongside Timber, they've got Saliba, Hincapié, and Calafiori. Obviously, no Gabriel getting an injury over the international break, so Hincapié comes in at left centre-back. In midfield, they've gone Zubamendi, Rice, Eze, and a front three of Saka, Trossard, and Merino. Very odd. Got to say, very odd that. Because I'll be honest, I look at Arsenal and think, I'm surprised he's gone with Merino centre-forward. Really surprised he's gone with Merino centre-forward. And he's got Madueke, Martinelli. I don't know. I would have maybe played it a little bit differently, but I guess that's why I'm not a Premier League manager, so we'll see. 3-star Reds, Spurs win. It's nearly Christmas. The annual Arsenal bottle job will soon be upon us. That's from a Forest fan. That's not from me, by the way. That's a Forest fan saying that Arsenal are going to bottle it. Harvey had Rodgers on the bench in the FPL and he goes and scores 2. And Liam, it can't get any worse than this, surely. It can. It can. So yeah, that's the Spurs. Sorry, that's the Arsenal team. The Spurs team is Vicario in goal, Danzo, Van de Ven, and Romero. Back three. Well, back five, isn't it really? Because Doggy and Spence are in the full-back / wing-back positions. They will be providing most of the width. And then you've got Bentancur and Polina, who will be they'll have to be very, very disciplined. Bentancur and Polina working diligently ahead of those back three. Just try and buzz around Zubimendi and Rice and Eze and stop them getting into those little half spaces. Kudus, Odegaard and Richarlison are going to have to do what they can on the counter-attack for Spurs. That's the only way I can see Spurs really hurting Arsenal, is on the counter-attack. Odegaard has got pace to burn. Obviously, he's on that side as well where Eze is and Saka is. And Eze and Saka can leave gaps. So I think Timber's going to have to watch himself a little bit, you know. I think that's going to be the big mismatch of the day today. I think Odegaard against Timber. Because as good as Timber is, I think Odegaard's got the pace on him. So if there is, like I said, I expect Arsenal will win. But I think if Spurs do get anything, it's going to come from Odegaard down that left-hand side. B. McCarran, hey, how's it going, mate? Good win for you, lads, against Leeds. Big, big win, that for Villa. And where does that take Villa, by the way? Up to 4th. Hey, do you know what? Villa quietly going about the business after a really poor start to the season. All of a sudden, Villa in 4th in the Champions League places. They'll be delighted with that. Kind of glad we've already beat you and got you out the way. 3-star Reds. In fact, I will say Forest to finish above Arsenal after yesterday. And no, I am not on the sauce. I don't drink. I was looking for Villa then, and I was like scrolling around the bottom half and like mid-table thinking, Christ, are you above us? Fucking comfortably above us. 21 points, Villa. Fair play to you. See, it has been one of those seasons, though, I'll be honest. Like, even if, let's say Spurs were to win today, there would be basically 3 points separating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams. From like 11th up to 4th, there'd be 3 points. or I mean, you could go but 4, 5 separating 2nd and 11th. Like, it's crazy, isn't it? 2nd to 11th, 5 points. That's such a big. It just feels like everyone's all bunched together, and at different points of the season, every team has had a bit of a rough patch, except for Arsenal. Arsenal probably been the only one that haven't. So, is their time going to come? We don't know. Mike said, Google said Kudus was in net. I'm pretty confident he's not in net, no. Asdren says, City for the title, I hope so. Kane talks football. How you doing, Kane? Good to see you. Arsenal v Spurs combined 11 key. Well, I mean, are we talking about like just today's lineups? If we're talking about just today's, I would go Raya, Timber, Saliba, Romero, Calafiori, midfield, Zubimendi, Rice. It'd be Arsenal's, and it would be Marino ahead of Richarlison. So it would be basically Arsenal. Oh no, I'd put Kudus on over Trossard. I'd put Odegaard ahead of Trossard. But yeah, either of Spurs wingers over Trossard, and I would have Marino ahead of Richarlison, even though he's a centre mid playing at centre forward, which says maybe an awful lot. But yeah, I don't think if we're just basing it on today's starting lineups, I don't think Spurs really get anyone in. Sad to say. Right. Dave says, Chelsea fan here, going against everything I've ever known and want Spurs to win. Yes, good to see, Dave. Come on, Spurs. Kane says mine was Arsenal's lineup with Kudus and Mickey. Yeah, you've gone Mickey, I've gone Romero. I think Romero's a better centre-back than Mickey Van de Ven. But he's a good player, Van de Ven. I like him too. Spurs, what about Van de Venke? Well, listen, it's Van de Ven or Romero. I think Romero's a better centre-back. If I could have one of Romero or Van de Ven at Liverpool, it would be Romero. The Eastern Red. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. And Liam says the only thing is if Farker... What are we saying, sorry? The only thing is if Farker goes, who is available? Who will join us? Well, let's have a look. Who would it be? Next Leeds manager. Spurs, he's a good captain, to be honest. Well, he is. Romero's a brilliant captain. Okay, so I think if you was to sack him, you could go with someone like... It depends. Would it have to be someone who was unattached? Because I think there's managers certainly. Next Leeds manager odds. Marco Rose, Brendan Rodgers, Carlos Corberan, Gary O'Neill, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Vitor Pereira, Ange, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, maybe, Michael Carrick. Yeah, not a bad shout, Kane. I think Carlos Corberan's such an underrated manager. I suggested him for the Wolves. I suggested him like I phoned Wolves up and said, any chance? No, Carlos Corberan I think is a really good manager. He's at Valencia at the minute. He did a great job at West Brom, and I think if he could come back to the Premier League and get a big job, Leeds would be brilliant for him. Be absolutely perfect. But listen, at the end of the day, we know that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer interviewed for the Rangers job, didn't he? He went for the Rangers job. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's available and looking for work and wants work. So maybe. Liam Manning, what about Bielsa back? Yeah, hey, possibly. Kane Key, what happened to your boy Barry? Listen, if ever there was a perfect example of looks good in Spain, looks good in the Euros, looks good in other leagues, but then comes to the Premier League and looks pretty terrible. But I will... Do you know what? I've kind of gone easy on Tierno Barry because I still think there's a real potential there. And I've treated him exactly the same way as I've treated Sesko, Voltemada, Wirtz, any sort of young players coming into the Premier League. They get like a year pass from me. I won't give any intense criticism. You can still say they've had a bad game or whatever, that's fine. But I don't think you can say definitively Tierno Barry's terrible. He's playing for Everton. Listen, you could put Haaland in that Everton side. He'd only get 3 a season. He's playing for Everton. You don't get chances playing for Everton. MC, should we consider getting in Klopp as a director of football or even a coach to help slot along? Fucking no. No. Oh, these suggestions, man. Klopp as a director. I've never heard such nonsense. Sweet Lord. The suggestions and then you're just talking absolute horse piss now. Come on. Carol, afternoon key. Bad result today. Farkas has to go. Utter crap. I mean, Farker, the thing is with Danny Farker is he was potentially going to go in the summer, wasn't he? There was talk of him going at the end of the season. I remember Leeds celebrating going up, and he was like that, sat in the box, wasn't he? Sat in the coaching, the dugout area, and he was just a bit like away at Plymouth. Three-star Red says, where is Rubes? Would love to know what Brighton's plan is to avoid another 7-0 drubbing when they play us at the City Ground next Sunday. Rubes was in yesterday. He might well be in shortly. MC, we've done that one, sorry. Could say the same about Liverpool at the minute. Well, yeah, I mean, we can't... To be honest, scoring goals has been a problem for us all season. But then again, conceding goals has been a problem. This is why whenever people are like, "Oh, what's the problem? Is it Canate? Is it Salah? Is it Wirtz? Is it Isak?" I'm just looking at them like you've got no idea. You have no idea. Like it's all of those things and none of those things. It's so much deeper than just one player or two players or an area of the pitch. It's everywhere and everything. The Eastern Red, if we were to sack Slot, which I definitely do not think will happen, who do you think will be our next manager? I firmly believe that Jurgen Klopp will be Liverpool's next manager, but only as an interim, and I think it will be when Slot goes in about 2 to 3 years' time. Slot will go mid-season, Klopp will come in, interim to the end of the season, and then we'll appoint someone else, whoever that might be. Some other young, fantastic manager, whoever it might be. Maybe someone like Tonda Eckert at Southampton. Christ, Ethan won't thank me for saying that. Ethan, our Southampton fan. Tonda Eckert has gone in at Southampton on an interim basis. He's the former Bayern Munich youth coach. Southampton had Will Still, didn't they? They had Will Still in charge at Southampton. They sacked him. They've appointed Tonda Eckert, and they were 5-0 up at half-time away at Charlton yesterday. Whatever that guy has done, he has absolutely revolutionised Southampton in a very short space of time. He's still only 32 years old as well. So, yeah, they end up winning the game 5-1, Southampton, so bit of a black mark. Can't keep clean sheets, Tonda Eckert, but 32 years of age, German manager. I think managers like him, Fabian Hürzeler, certainly Andoni Iraola, who's a little bit older to be fair, but those three are going to be the ones that are on the radar of your Liverpools, your Man United, your Cities when they get rid of Pep Guardiola, maybe your Barca's and your Real Madrids as well. There's a lot of really talented young managers around. Kieran Price says Nagelsmann probably after the World Cup. Well, I mean, Nagelsmann's not bad, but I always judge managers when they go to international teams too early. I feel like international football is what managers do when they're close to retirement. Like Ancelotti going managing the Brazilian side. That's what top managers do. You don't go and manage international football at 36 or whatever. Nagelsmann's 38 now. 36 he's been managing the German national team. That's ridiculous to me. That's silly. The guy should be working on his club career now and not managing it. What? Managing 8 games a year? No. Ridiculous. John Zena, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity what? To manage the German national team? No, it's not. No, it's not. Christ, you don't have to pick your nose, Joachim Löw. You don't have to pick your nose and scratch your bum and all that crap. You get the German manager's job. Honestly, Nagelsmann, if he'd have gone and managed a club, another club like Bayern or whatever, another top club, because he had offers, he could have gone and done that, and he'd have still been a top manager that would have commanded the German national team job in 15, 20, 30 years' time. You want to be doing it. Oh, hey, what's this? What have you sent me, Paul? Fest cheers. Yes, nice one, Paul. Thank you. Didn't even see what that was. Thank you. Kane, Stuttgart's manager is brilliant. Oh, yeah, he's fantastic. So, do you know what? Who was the... is it Topmuller? I don't know if he's Topmuller's actual son. Remember Klaus Topmuller? Klaus Topmuller. It's Dino Topmuller, but I don't know if he's actually Klaus Topmuller's son. He is Klaus Topmuller's son. Yeah, Klaus Topmuller, who managed Bayer Leverkusen back in the day when they knocked Liverpool out the Champions League and knocked Man United out the Champions League. Klaus Topmuller was a brilliant coach. His son now is Dino Topmuller, and he's managing Eintracht Frankfurt. He came out of the Bayern Munich. I think he was assistant manager at Bayern Munich, assistant manager at Leipzig. He's still quite young and highly thought of in the Bundesliga. So another Topmuller could be another player or another manager who gets thought of. Daniel, if you had to pick a face of the Premier League who plays in it now, who would you pick? A face of the Premier League. For what purpose? For what purpose? Like if it's marketing purposes and you're picking a face for the Premier League, I think you're picking Mo Salah. Because Mo Salah's the highest growth that area of the world. Mo Salah's the most famous Muslim footballer in the whole world, and he is. That's the highest growth area, isn't it? Is your your Saudi Arabia, your UAE, and that part of the world. So if you're targeting it for marketing purposes, you'd probably pick Mo Salah as the face of the Premier League. If you're talking about who's got the best chance of winning maybe a Ballon d'Or, you're probably looking at Erling Haaland. So yeah, probably Haaland, probably Mo Salah or Erling Haaland, either of them. Or Virgil van Dijk. I mean, Virgil van Dijk is a superstar as well. Kane says face of the Premier League is 100% Salah or Haaland. Yeah, probably Salah, Haaland or Virgil. Yeah, that was my thought process as well. Josh Miller, hey, good to see you, mate. And the Eastern Red says, could you imagine Robbo retiring and coming to manage us because he said Liverpool brought him everything? I hope so. I really hope so. Vincent Jamie Lane says, up the posh. And 3-star Red says, chuffed to bits that Marinakis came to his senses in the end and decided Ange Ball would relegate us. Morgan Gibbs-White for the face of the Premier League. Robbie Keane, new Leeds manager. Oh, hey, now that is a very good shout. Robbie Keane, he's doing wonderfully well at Ferencváros in Hungary. Fabulous, late wins and real resilience and he's built a proper mentality, a proper team spirit where they're all, it feels like a really good club at the moment, Ferencváros. And I only know part of this because my mate's Hungarian. He's not a Ferencváros fan. He follows what they called MTK, but he follows Hungarian football, and he said that it feels like it's a totally different energy about Ferencváros than before Robbie Keane came in. John says, would you take Seb Hornis if Slot gets sacked? Listen, we're not entertaining who Liverpool get if Slot gets sacked, because Slot is not getting sacked. The club aren't entertaining it. No serious Liverpool fan is entertaining it. Any Liverpool fan who is talking, or I say any Liverpool fan, anyone claiming to be a Liverpool fan who is talking about Arne Slot out, you're off your head. You are off your head. Absolutely off your head. Blake Griffin, Ferencváros lost 3-1 yesterday. Well, hey, there you go. He can't be that good then. Where are they in the league table? I assume near the top. Third, 3 points off the top behind Pax and Debrecen. And MTK are in 5th. Morgan Rogers with a free kick to win it, yeah. And what we saying? Sorry, Paul sent 3 now. 1 more. Tell me when you're ready. Go on, yes. Go for it. I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be. Boom. Whatever that is. What is it? Oh, nice. I like it. Cheers, Paul. Thank you very much, mate. What a guy. Appreciate the gifts as always, Paul. Look at the state of this crap. Look at the state of this. It's a Premier League football game. It's not a boxing match. These light shows need to get in the bin. This is absolute, utter woke nonsense. Light shows and fireworks. Ugh. Paul, got to go, pal. Laters. Take it easy, Paul. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Come on, Spurs. Come on, Spurs. Let's have these. Let's put them away. Spurs win would suit me down to the ground, but a Spurs point would be just as fine. Blake Griffin, NFL halftime show, business reaching the Premier League. Oh, I know. Honestly, it's getting to that point. We'll have whatever his name is, H, out of I'm a Celeb, performing at the Premier League games next season. Here he is, the king of the jungle, H. Not H from Steps either. That's who I thought it was initially. H from Steps. Stormzy halftime shows. Anthony Lafleur. Big up Key and the chat. The Milan derby in a few hours, so I'm relaxing until then, hoping for a win for my club versus Inter. Yes, that'll be a big game. Inter versus AC. Lazio v Lecce about to kick off as well at 5 p.m. Saw Parma got a big win earlier today as well against Verona, and Roma beating Cremonense in Serie A. Couple of big games later on in La Liga as well. Real Madrid away at Elche. Atletico Madrid have got Getafe. Betis have got Girona as well, I believe. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on all those to see exactly how they go on. 3-star red. Some Liverpool fans need to be in a relegation scrap instead of challenging for Europe season in, season out. Then start complaining about their gaff. Oh, I agree. Do you know what? This is it. They've had too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing. It's not good, is it? But they've had too much of a good thing, and they are in a position now where they don't know the born. They have no idea. A lot of these Liverpool fans have never experienced anything before Jurgen Klopp, so they've never really had to experience any sort of hardship or any sort of difficult times where United were miles better than us or Chelsea were miles better. Christ, there was a time where Arsenal were winning loads ahead of Liverpool. Arsenal now haven't won anything for meaningful for 20 years. You know, and Liverpool are winning things year in, year out for the most part. And now we're all of a sudden, because it looks like we're going to finish maybe third or fourth, got Liverpool fans freaking out and saying sack Slot. It's crazy. John Cena, perfect example. David Moyes and West Ham. Very, very true, yeah. Very, very true. And I think that'll be the case again with Everton, you know, later on this season. You'll see that later on with Everton this season. I think David Moyes gets sacked or pressured to resign. Either way, I think he walks come the end of the season, David Moyes. Blake Griffin, it's people like Anfield Agenda who was there in those days that baffle me. Hang on, see, this is the thing. I feel like that's purely about coin. That is purely about coin. It's about nothing else. Unless he is just a little bit tapped, he might not. I don't know. I have no idea. But all I would say is, if you genuinely think Slot out and he's calling for Slot out, I can only assume he's doing it for clickbait. For clickbait, for views, for subscribers, for whatever stuff. Because last night, that was the thing to say. Certainly, wasn't it? Slot out. Give a big, audible, over-the-top reaction. And you'd get loads of people watching you. But again, this is how you detect. I mean, you know, for these channels, the channel means more to them than the actual club does. Toulouse 0, Angers 1. Toulouse, I need Toulouse to get ahead. John Zena says him and Mark Goldbridge both money hungry. No, do you know what? I'll disagree with you on that one. Mark Goldbridge is gone the opposite way now. So, and I remember having this conversation earlier when I first started this channel. Mark Goldbridge was like Anfield Agenda. He would give the outrageous quotes and the outrageous clickbait, rage bait nonsense. And he's admitted it. He said it, that's what you have to do to get your channel. You have to build it. You have to play the game. That's what he says. And he doesn't do it anymore now because he doesn't have to, because he's got millions of subs and everyone knows who he is. He can now be his authentic self. And it's nice. I actually don't mind watching this version of Mark Goldbridge. It's when you can see someone's clearly lying, when they don't actually believe what they're saying. That's the whole point of fan media, is that it's authentic, and it's not authentic for the vast majority of them now. You can tell it's just like reactionary, over the top, Slot out, yeah, on your bike. Don't talk absolute nonsense. Don't talk wet. These people are just sat here, desperately trying to get their profile raised. That's all it is. And like I said, if I was that way inclined, I would have been saying Slot out last night. Pup says, evening, sir. Currently watching Aberdeen Hearts. Is it the beginning of Hearts' downfall? Is it still 1-0, that one? John Zena, do you feel big time now that you're making into Liverpool reactions compilations? No. Listen, I'll never be big time. I'll never be big time. Oh, big chance! Oh, nearly 1-0 Arsenal. Yeah, I'll never be big time. I don't want to be big time. I don't want to be making hundreds and that. I don't. That's not my interest at all. I just want a nice little passive income doing what I love. That's it. That's my interest. I am very, very modest. I'm quite happy living off beans on toast. What I won't do is sell my soul and have crap sponsors and just for the sake of the crap sponsors. You'd be amazed how many people reach out to you and say, do you want to kind of sponsor the channel? Sponsor the channel. I'll give you this. And it's absolute dog shit. And no, I'm not taking whatever it might be. A few £100, 500 quid for promote what is clearly either a scam or fake crap. But hey, to each their own. Samson Drury, you Scouse lad? No, not Scouse. No, born just outside Liverpool. Well, born technically in Liverpool, but no, I'm from St Helens, mate. Kyroid, only big teams win against City. Maybe. Only big teams win against Arsenal. Swifty, this is Frank's Brentford system. Surprised it's the first time he's played it. John, how far would you go with Slot if their form continues this way? Slot gets a pass from me to the end of the season. I've said, honestly, there's no way. Slot doesn't go this season if I'm in charge. Doesn't go this season. Kane, you're big time to me. Ah, that's nice of you to say, Kane. Honestly, I've no desire to be. Not if it means selling your soul, anyway. Sam, hey Key, we are all but down now. Listen, you're not. It's still very early for Wolves. Still very, very early. Give Rob Edwards time. Pup says Aberdeen still 1-0, playing like the top of the league. And John, you've made it, lad. You've got regulars now. Nah, listen, trust me. No, this isn't made it. I promise you, this isn't made it. This is just us having a giggle. Kyroid, big teams win cups at Wembley last year. Oh my god. Big teams win more than one Carabao Cup in 60 years though, don't they? Right, Arsenal got the ball at the back here. Be interested to see how Nketiah adapts to the Premier League. We've not really seen him starting many games. And when he has, I think he's played left back a couple of times, hasn't he, for Arsenal ahead of Calafiori in cup competitions or whatever. But I've not seen him meaningfully start and play sort of 90 minutes plus at centre back. So be interesting to see how he goes. Jake Fitzpatrick, I am going to hate watch Arsenal for the rest of the season. I do not want them to win the Prem. Listen, Arsenal, like I've said it many times, but Arsenal, if they do win the Prem, then it's about time. That's all you need to say to him. It's about time. Like, yeah, well done. Well done for spending double what Liverpool have over the last 6 years. Like, I mean, yeah, congratulations, I guess. It doesn't need to be any more said than that. They're bound to win it eventually. John says, I don't understand why Liverpool signed big-name players. They've always been known for making them. But I mean, you say we've signed big-name players. I don't think Kirkes necessarily counts as a big-name player. I think he counts as the best young... If you were looking at the best young left-back in Europe last summer, Kirkes was it. So Kirkes was a really good signing. It was a really smart signing. Has he adapted immediately? No, but you wouldn't expect him to. He's 21 years old in a new team. So give him time. I'm fine with Kirkes. Frimpong, again, everyone thought if you're going to sign You can't get a replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold. You need a replacement right back. Who's the best right back on the market that is realistically within reach of Liverpool? You can't go and get Hakimi. Who are you going to get? It's Frimpong. It's Jeremy Frimpong. So nobody had... All the signings that Liverpool made were universally praised and said, wow, Liverpool have done really, really well getting these players. That's still the case. It's just that we've not got them adapted, and that's why it's not about the new signings. You can't say it's about the new signings when 9 of the 11 yesterday were here last year and they were all crap. Here's Saka down the right-hand side. Ball put in, cleared away by Spurs. Volleyed over to the far post. That's poor from Arsenal. And here's Kudus on the counter. Oh, he gives it away. Come on, Richarlison. You've got to work harder to get back. Peter Dinsey. Liverpool are in a relegation battle this season. All right. Whatever you say, Chief. Same people. These are United fans a lot of the time saying Liverpool are... We had a United fan in earlier saying United are going to finish second this season. They won't finish above us, United. Edward, who was right back for us, Key? Was it Ramsey? Yesterday it was Szoboszlai. We didn't have a right back fit. Jake, if Arsenal don't win it this year, they're never ever going to win it. No, they will. They will win it. Whether they win it this year is another matter altogether. I mean, City are breathing down the necks. Chelsea aren't that far behind them. Arsenal will have their wobble, their typical wobble they'll have at some point in this season. It might not come today, but they will have a wobble. How's the little girl doing, Edward? Chelsea are second. That's what I mean. Chelsea are flying. Chelsea are flying. Long ball forward. It's Arteta very keen to get the ball back underway. Morgan Rogers, where are Liverpool in the table, mate? I don't know. I think 11th. I think somewhere around there. 10th, 11th. Might even be 12th. I don't know. Ooh, unlucky. Danzo gets it away. Arsenal pressing high. Spurs can't get out their own half at the minute here. How is Darwin doing in Saudi? Do you know what? I don't know how Darwin's doing in Saudi. I've not really seen... We are going to be watching Saudi Arabia, by the way. We're going to be doing a Saudi Pro League live on Christmas Day this year. As part of my commitment to give you lives every day, I'm going to be live on Christmas Day doing a watch-along. Saudi Pro League we're going to be doing. I don't know if Darwin's playing in it, but the Saudi Pro League are the only league that are live on Christmas Day, so I will be live for it. So if you want a bit of a watch-along on Christmas Day, I will be the only channel doing one, I assure you. The only channel in the world that will be doing a watch-along. We've done more than any other channel. I'm on course for 600 plus from more than 40 leagues around the world. Saudi Pro League, Christmas Day. To be honest, any excuse for me to get away from the in-laws on that day. I'm opening my presents. I'm opening my little girl's presents with her. I'll do that in the morning. I'll have my Christmas dinner, and then I'll give me excuses to the in-laws, and I'm going watching. I've got to go to work. I'm sorry, and I'll be with you lads and lasses watching the footy. I don't know how many we'll get. There might only be 10 or 20 of us in the live. Who knows? But listen, If you want to watch a bit of football on Christmas Day and you fancy a little Christmas dinner with me, come and give us a follow. Why not? And on streaming on Christmas instead of being with the family. The games only kick off at like 7 o'clock. My little girl will be in bed. I'll have spent Christmas Day with her, and it'll be, do I want to spend time with the in-laws? And I can promise you, nah, they can have a drink and do their thing. I'll watch a bit of footy. Jake, which match is it? I think it's El Ettifaq. I think El Ettifaq are playing on Christmas Day. Genie Wijnaldum's team. Blake, we will be there. And John, Ruben Neves, free agent, would be a great signing. Oh, can't have Ruben Neves. Honor Permo says, Liverpool clearly aren't in a relegation battle, sensationalist. And Carol, I'll be there, lad. Yes, Carol. Razine, Arsenal are going to win 2-1, by the way. How's it going? It's good. Yeah, hopefully all's good with you as well, mate. Good to see you. How do you think Real Madrid get on? Real Madrid against Elche tonight. I know you're a big fan of La Liga, so... 3-star Reds, that confident Liverpool won't get relegated. My comment in my earlier post, my Gary Lineker moment will not happen. And Adam says, does Arteta have an embarrassment of riches defensively? But do you know what it is? It's just that Arsenal have chosen a different strategy to Liverpool. And to a degree, they've chosen a different strategy to Liverpool, to City as well. And to Chelsea. This is why it's really important that Arsenal win the league this year or next year. Because if they don't, they're in a huge amount of trouble. Because the same sort of issues that are facing Liverpool now, and City to a degree, in that we've got players who are approaching the kind of early 30s, key players in their early 30s. Liverpool have got Alisson and Van Dijk and Robertson and Salah, and you know these are really key players that we need to try and replace. And what we've done is decided to go and buy really young players who aren't going to be ready right now, but we'll have a little bit of pain trying to get them there. But we'll get players like Engamoa and Leone and Vert and Ekatike and Kirkes. These are all like 18 to 21, sometimes younger in Engamoa's case, but young players who are going to be in the first team, but it's going to take them maybe 3 to 5 years to be the top quality player we expect them to be. Arsenal have gone the other route. Arsenal have gone, well, we need players, but we can't do what Liverpool and City are doing, buying like Vitor Reis for City or Savinio, for example. No, we've got to go and get players who are ready right now. We've got to go and get Eze's and Zubamendi's and Hincapie's. We've got to go and get players who can give us titles now. Because if we don't, Arteta will get sacked. Arteta will get sacked. If they don't win a league this year or next, he's got to get... Well, I mean, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Arsenal's expectations and standards have fallen through the floor. So maybe he doesn't get sacked. Swifty, Gay looks a cert for Liverpool, but if they finish outside the Champions League, that might change. Liverpool aren't finished outside the Champions League. Come on. We're not finishing outside the Champions League. We'll be there. Blake, City are in transition. Edward Key, would you ever do I'm a Celeb if they contacted you? If they're contacting me, things have really gone downhill. But no, I would never ever do I'm a Celeb. I'm too... Do you know what it is? I need me bed. I need a bit of a... Yeah, I can't be doing with sleeping outside and all that. I don't mind camping. I don't mind like a proper... But if I'm camping, I still need like a decent bed. I'm not sleeping in like a insect, like creepy crawlies crawling all over me in a little hammock. Nah, that's not me. That's not me. Not with people snoring all around me and everything. So no, I'm not the Bear Grylls type. Believe it or not, to look at me, I'm not the Bear Grylls type. There's no way I'd last in I'm a Celeb. Not that they'd ever contact me. Bayern Arsenal prediction. I think Bayern probably get at least a point there. And John, don't fancy some pig testicles? I mean, that's a different question, isn't it? I'm partial to those, but no, not. No. I did when I went down to my in-laws. My in-laws live down near. Well, they don't anymore, but they did live down near Swindon way. Was it near Swindon? Somewhere down that way. And there was a pub on the way. I always remember there was this pub on the way there, and it sold like weird food. Basically, like I'm a Celebrity food. They did like crocodile steaks and like just mad stuff. And I always wanted to go and try it, but I'm not really into pig's testicles, I've got to say. Adam says, Key, you don't seem high maintenance. Oh, I'm not high maintenance. No, I'm not high maintenance. Listen, I'm watered off a duck's back. You know me by now, hopefully. I'm certainly not high maintenance. But if there's one thing home comforts-wise that I need, it's sleep. Like, don't fuck about with me sleep. Like, I can be grumpy in the morning at times if I've not had me sleep. So, I think I'd be a nightmare. They'd hate me. They'd absolutely hate. And plus, you know what I'm like as well. I'm stubborn as anything. So, I'd like to think we'd have a bit of a laugh, but I'm stubborn as anything. So, no, I think they'd hate me and I'd be grumpy as anything. Hey, up, Tolga's here. Tolga, Arsenal, Tottenham, full-time 2. Hang on a minute. What are we saying, Tolga? What scoreline? This is interesting. We've got our Turkish supercomputer back. The old Turkish supercomputer's back. Come on, Tolga. What are we saying? What's the score prediction? This is brilliant. Let's see what the old score prediction is. Right, here we go. Hang on, let's see. Reese says Forest, my second favourite club. Listen. Candy Zone says, give me a business idea there, Key. We could do with a restaurant like that round here. John, do you think you could stomach one? Probably. Yeah, I probably could. I've seen that. What's that bloke's name? What's his name? Dean something. Do you know him who goes, bet you won't eat a pig testicle. Do you not know who I am, kid? Him, whoever he is, Dean something I think his name is. I love watching him. He's brilliant. So, yeah, I reckon I could do a lot of the stuff he does, but some of it, not a chance. He ate a chicken's head yesterday. Chicken's head can get in the bin. I reckon I could do... It's weird that, innit? I reckon I could do testicles, but not a chicken. I can't do brain. Can't do brain. Pig's brain. No. They had them in a jar. They come in like milk, don't they? Pig's brain. Tolga, here we go. Our Turkish supercomputer says Tottenham are going to win. Woo-hoo! Come on then, Tolga. You predicted Liverpool were going to win against City, so let's be honest. I think that means Arsenal have got this one in the bag. Swifty says, I was cheering for Liverpool yesterday, Key, and what a letdown. And Reese, did you play well, low key? No, we didn't play well. We didn't play well at all. We did all right for the first 30 minutes, but only all right. Like, I'd give the first 30 minutes maybe a 7 out of 10. And then the referee screws us. Yeah, the referee screws us. Adam says, if Spurs win, would this be Thomas Frank's biggest achievement? As Spurs manager, yes, it would be. Blake says, Tolga, proper fraud. Whatever Turkish says, the opposite will op. Nah, hey, listen. Don't blame Tolga. Don't be like that with Tolga. Tolga's a top lad. our Turkish supercomputer. Sounded a bit Turkish then. Lewis, money well spent on the Liverpool number 9. The previous one offered more. Well, at least the previous one was available more. I'll say that. At least Darwin Núñez was nearly always available, but Isak's fitness has been in question thus far. Spurs driving forward here. This is better. This is much better. Odeber. Will says, Key, I'm tempted to do the Liverpool strand. Liverpool have to win 5 games in a row now for me to cut my hair. Hey, do it, Will. Do it. Why not? You'll have it done, though, by early December or mid-December. We've got the next 4 games we've got in the bag. I think we've got PSV, West Ham, Leeds and Sunderland. Ew, that's 4 out of 4 for us, that. We'll piss then. Just like we did Nottingham Forest. Spurs, I would have preferred Glasner instead of Frank. It sounds harsh, but he is a European winner. Hey, listen, Thomas Frank's brilliant. I promise you he'll be the right appointment for Spurs. Thomas Frank is fantastic. I think if I could have chosen a manager for Liverpool and it was out of Frank or Glasner, it would have been Thomas Frank. Glasner's a good manager too, though. I like Thomas Frank's style. I think he's a little bit more robust. Three-star Reds, win or lose with Tolga's tips. It's always fun. Yes. Well, Tolga's going big on Tottenham. He's telling us that it's Tottenham to predict. He's saying it's going to be a Tottenham win. The Turkish supercomputer is back. The Turkish supercomputer is back. Spurs, I loved it when we did 5 at the back against PSG at the start of the season and took them to pens. And Liam Leeds, Liverpool relegation 6-pointer right there. The legend FK, we're not winning all those matches. Hey, listen, we will. We'll win them. 4 out of 4. Nathan, need Jurgen to save us. Hang on a minute. The same Jurgen who couldn't win the league with this team, but Arne Slot came in, didn't spend a penny and won it straight away. That Jurgen. The same Jurgen who couldn't get a tune out of Sobersley, couldn't get a tune out of Gravenberch. Arne Slot comes in. They have all-timer seasons. And Mo Salah, absolute record-breaking, best ever season he's ever had. Aberdeen 1, Hearts 0. Bloody hell. Nathan, he was tired. Nah. Tired. I'm not having that. Do you know what it was? I think he fell out with the hierarchy at the end, Klopp. I'm pretty confident. They had a big disagreement, and what happened was Michael Edwards and the others basically said it's either him or us, and Michael Edwards said, well, we're going then, because Michael Edwards went, and then what's his name was Ward went. And whoever went. Basically, Liverpool lost a load of the back room because Klopp stayed. Klopp ended up appointing that Jorge Schmatke. He came in just to kind of do a job for a little bit, pointed his best mate, and then Klopp went, and we got Edwards back in. And I think that was the right thing at the end. Joe, I agree with Anfield agenda. Lad, you're pushing it, you. You are pushing it. Spurs, I wanted Eze and Simmons and Paulinho, but Eze got stolen for Arsenal. Well, it might turn out to be a blessing in disguise, that one, because Xavi Simons is still only a young player. You know, there's certainly an argument there that Xavi Simons could prove to be a better signing than Eze. He's 22 years old, Xavi Simons. He's 5 years younger than Eze, so right now, it's certainly Eze's the better player. But, you know, you don't sign the better player right now unless you're expecting to win something immediately. If you've got ambitions to grow and kind of try and grow together as a team. This is one of the challenges in football that people don't often talk about is you need players to all kind of arrive there at the same point. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise, if you get players who one arrives like ready to win before others, what you tend to get is they want to leave the club because the club aren't ready to win, and they are, and their ambition is and it causes tension. Blake, why did Edwards and Klopp fall out? Well, I can only assume it was a disagreement on transfer strategy, maybe, because Liverpool have a transfer committee, and I imagine, the manager gets to say, but he doesn't get necessarily final say. It's a little bit of a democracy, at least that's how I believe it to work. The manager has input, Michael Edwards has input, Richard Hughes has input, and collectively they agree the best approach. And sometimes, Klopp wanted Julian Brandt, and the club decided actually that Mo Salah would be the better approach, so we went with Mo Salah. I think the club got the better on that one. But there's other ones where Jurgen Klopp has decided they were the right approach and got it absolutely right. There's some signings you can clearly tell are Klopp signings, and some that you can tell aren't Klopp signings, but to the untrained eye, they're all Klopp signings, so therefore it's the same. It's probably the same with Arne Slot. I'm pretty confident that some signings, certainly this summer, have been Slot signings, and some have been signings that have been forced upon him. Hey up, Brain, how's it going? Brain, good to see you. How do you feel about tomorrow's game with United? Everton v United, Monday Night Football at Old Trafford. Spurs says Simmons is a better transfer to Tottenham than Chelsea, as we have a smaller club and he has more time to grow. That's fair enough. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Arsenal, ball into the box. Keep him out. Well done, Spurs. Strike. Poor from Timber. Liam says this is dire so far. It is. Yeah, it's typical Arsenal. Very typical Arsenal. And they're in. Keep them out. Keep them out. Good defending. Really good defending. Hassan Hersey. The problem is not Alexander Isak. He is not receiving any service. He had only 14 touches during 68 minutes he played yesterday. I know, but Hassan, I agree with you to a point. But if you're not getting touches of the ball, do you stay in your position? Do you hold your position? Or do you try and drop deeper to try and affect the game? It's some managers will tell, and that we don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. Alexander Isak could be being told by Arne Slot, listen, you need to be in that area. I don't want you dropping out of the area at any point. So even if you're not getting a touch of the ball, stay disciplined, stay there. I need you occupying these two centre-backs. So number of touches might be not his fault at all. That might be the team's fault, as you're saying. But if Slot's saying to him, well, listen, if you're not getting the ball and you're not affecting the game, like drop in, drop deep, go and chase it, go to areas where you can affect the game. Ekatike does that, doesn't he? Ekatike's all over the pitch sometimes. You'll see him picking it up in his own half. So, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? Liam says, wake me up when it's finished. Boring. And the legend FK says, news saying Slot is in a lot of trouble and Liverpool are in a crisis. No. Again, when you say the news, I can only assume you mean the absolute gutter press. Bryn should be a decent game. Need to keep him quiet. Yeah, I think you'll get at least a point in that one. And SCI missing Diaz. No, we're not missing Diaz. Luis Diaz has nothing to do with the position Liverpool are in. Nothing at all. Nathan Ekatike should start every match. Possibly. But, I think the long-term plan is that he starts every match with Alexander Isak. I just think right now we don't have the system that necessarily fits the pair of them. Teaching Tony! Hey, muting the Peacock announcers to listen to my main man, PLD. Yes, Tony. How you going, mate? Have you got any hackers running today? Any decent... Anything that'll make you some coin? The legend FK. Diaz would have made no difference to the team. We're terrible right now regardless. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Bryn says, strange how Liverpool are playing. Salah is terrible, mate. It's not just Salah, mate. It's a lot of him. It's a lot of him. You know, Gravenberch was maybe our player of the season last year. He's been awful. Alexis McAllister, I can't tell you how bad he's been. Alexis McAllister has been the biggest drop-off this season of any Liverpool player. He's been awful. And he started nearly every game as well. That's been the problem. We desperately need another midfielder to replace him. Or at the very least, I mean, I'd honestly, I'd be dropping him at this point. I'd play anyone over him. I'd play Endo, I'd play Curtis Jones, anyone. Oh, big strike from Saka. Good save from Vicario, though. Nathan, Canate too. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not just, yeah. It's not, there's a load of them. We can say it's McAllister, it's Gravenberch, it's Canate, it's Salah. You know, I think Robertson switches off for the goal a little bit yesterday. Even Szoboszlai switched off a little bit for the third goal. The third goal was pure laziness. And I feel a little bit for Van Dijk. Van Dijk's surrounded by this nonsense going on. He must just be looking around and going, I've got new people to my left. I've got new people to my right. I've got a new goalie behind me. I've got, you know, new people in front of me in terms of Wirtz, and, you know, I don't know how to play to the attackers. Is that going to go behind? Is he going to come short? What, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing from 1 minute to the next with all these new faces, Van Dijk. And then yet people are coming in and saying, oh, well, what do you think of Van Dijk? He's had a shocking season. Yeah, it ain't Van Dijk. Van Dijk's not a problem for us. Teaching Tony says, help, my mum forced me to bet $5 American on Tottenham moneyline to pay 40. Arsenal conceding once at home in 8 makes me feel like those 5 are as good as gone. She's in a different state which does not allow sports gambling, very much an Irish family, small time bookie. Sad to see McAllister drop off. You and me both to the latter one there, mate. But no, listen, we have got a chess. We are blessed on this channel to have a regular visitor who is a Turkish chess grandmaster. Yes, you heard that right. We get all sorts. I don't like my demographic on YouTube. When I look at the analytics, somehow we've landed on Turkish chess champions are arriving at the channel. Anyway, he does do. We call him the Turkish supercomputer because he basically predicts games of football based on data and stats. And he was very, very adamant. I've got to say, he was very convincing. He said earlier in the season, and I think last season was when he came in for the first time, and he gave us some results. And it was in the Women's Euros as well. He was saying, this game is going to finish 2-1 to whoever. And we was like, yeah, all right, mate. And then it did. It did happen, right? And it was a bit mad, and it's happened. Don't get me wrong, he's got a few wrong. He said Liverpool would beat City. He said Liverpool would beat City. And I said it on the live saying, oh yes, the Turkish Grandmaster's backing us. And it got clipped up and I looked a bigger numpty than I normally do. But he's saying quite strongly that Spurs are going to win this one. Yeah, he said not just results, scorelines as well. Arsenal are in, keep them out! It's 1-0, keep them out, is it out? Oh, Trossard! Oh, Spurs! John, just as I was saying it, Tony, just as I was saying it, the Turkish chess grandmaster, the Turkish supercomputer predicted a Spurs win, and just as the words leave my mouth, Trossard scores for... Oh, and again with that. What are you looking for? Arsenal's European Cups. You'll be looking a while, Trossard. Oh, is he offside? Please be offside. Give us anything. Give us anything, ref. Is he off? It's got to be offside. Hint of offside. Nothing. Fucking shite. Good Lord. Look at that. It's a massive deflection as well. It's not even a Trossard goal, that. That's not even a Trossard goal. Big deflection off Van der Ven. Oh, do you know what? They could plat piss Arsenal. They could plat sawdust. Yet again. Teaching Tony says early game, oh well, Trossard, beautiful cross, maybe 3 minutes ago as well. Listen, there's still time. Come on, Spurs. Get yourself back into it. What we saying? Nostalgia Bunker. Open play FC. Disgusting. Deflection FC. Deflection FC with a goal. Standard. Andy, who cares in the deflection? Absolutely class ball over. It was a good pass from Marino. Yeah, it was a good pass. But, again, it's a huge slice of luck as well. Massive, massive slice of luck that gets Arsenal the goal there. Grant, breaking news. Liverpool are still stuck in the forest. Hey up, Grant, Sunderland fan. Hey, we'll be showing you our win in a couple of weeks' time. Liverpool v Sunderland coming up. We'll be taking 3 points off the Mackhams there. Here we go. The Turkish supercomputer has spoken again. Tottenham will win. Be patient. Coding is my job. Oh, mate. If you get this wrong now, you're getting blocked. I'm putting my neck on the line for you here, Tolga. Tottenham will win. Be patient. Coding is my job. Listen to that. That's the level of confidence this guy has got. Tottenham are gonna win. Tottenham are gonna win. I might put a quid on it. How much are Tottenham to the win now? I'm telling you, Tolga, you've teased me back in. Just every time I think I'm out, you pull me back in. I think I'm gonna put £1 on Tottenham. How much are Tottenham for the win? 23-1. Oh, that's worth a tenner of anyone's money, that. Tottenham to win. Listen, 23-1 here. This guy is absolutely certain. We've got a chess grandmaster here, a data coding expert, saying that they're going to win. Come on. Chloe, who do you think wins the league? I think City. I said City at the start of the season. I'm going to stick with City. Adam says, Key, stop throwing your money away on Spurs. It's worth a quid. It's definitely worth a quid, if nothing else. Chimey, Arsenal only conceded 5 goals. Be smart, Key. Listen, I'm a believer. I'm that guy. I want to believe. I want to believe. And I believe that Tottenham can win this. I've got to believe me, mate. I've got to believe that he wouldn't lie to me. It's 2-0. Oh, Tolga. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Turkish supercomputers lied to me. Tolga, what are you doing? What are you doing? You told me they'd won. They told me... I've put money on it. You told me they were going to win. It's 2-0. It's Tolga, it's 2-0. It's 2-0. What are you saying no for? Why are you saying no? You can't say no. You've told me you're a coding expert. You've told me that coding is my job. Coding is my job. I don't get these things wrong, you told me. You told me Tottenham are going to win. I've put money on Tottenham to win. What are you doing? Tolga, you've let me down again. The Turkish supercomputers killed me here. He's offside. He's offside, ref. He's offside. He is offside, right in front of the keeper. That has got to be ruled out, please. Thank you, sir. Yeah, got to be ruled out. He's got to be ruled out. That's got to be ruled out. Has to be ruled out. Absolutely has to be ruled out. You can't let... Hang on a minute. It's got to be. It's got to be. Get that ruled out, ref. Are we checking it? Are we having a check on it or anything? Anything at all? That was ruled out yesterday it was ruled out for Liverpool and City, wasn't it? It was ruled out for Liverpool and City. Any chance? Are we going to check it? Or is it just going to be another inconsistency? Ah, never mind. Never mind, eh? It's only Liverpool. It's fine. It's that rule, do you know what? That will only be applied against Liverpool all season. All season, that rule. Oh, I've never known such nonsense. I've never known it. It's shocking. Only matters when it's Liverpool. Swifty, Forest fans complaining about their goal ruled out. Hey, listen, they should be counting the lucky stars that their goal got ruled in. You can't stand in front of the goalkeeper and distract him like that. Apparently, we got told you can't stand 4 feet away from the keeper. Andy Robertson was 4 feet away from Donnarumma, but apparently he got ruled out no problem. So, yeah, apparently we don't check these things now. That one should have been ruled out by the same logic. The exact same logic. Three-star Reds, what's happened? Pop downstairs for about 20 minutes and it's 2-0. He's offside. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. Look at the state of that. Look at the state of that. That is shocking. It will literally only ever be applied to Liverpool this season, that rule. Only ever once to Liverpool. It's infuriating, the inconsistency. Yeah, if you stand in front of the goalkeeper and we have a shot, yeah, it's ruled out, even though he stood 4 yards to the left. But yeah, Liverpool get a goal given against them yesterday for Forest. He stood in front of Alisson. And that one, Eze, you've got 2 players blocking the keeper stood offside. How is that not given? How is it not ruled out? It's madness. Absolute madness. All you've got to do is rule that out. Vincent Jamie Lane, should have put your pound on Posh getting promoted, mate. Hey, Posh getting promoted was probably more than 23-1. Spurs, these referees, I'm telling you. And Swifty, not sure why the keeper didn't make more of that. Well, I'm not sure why VAR haven't checked it. Look at the state. It's literally, his vision is blocked by 2 players who are offside. How is that not offside? It's crazy. I don't want to hear from Arsenal fans at any point this season saying, we've been robbed. We've been robbed. You've been blessed. You have been blessed. Arsenal fans absolutely getting oh, here we go. Here we go. What's up with him? Timber causing issues again. Didn't do anything to Doggy there. Nothing. Spurs, Vicario blocked by 2 offside players. They were in Vicario's face. Truman, it's if he makes an action. No, it's not Truman. No, it's not Truman. Check the rules. There are four reasons why an offside is given. If you are blocking the line of sight of the goalkeeper, which is exactly what happened there. If you make a deliberate action towards the ball, that didn't happen there, so that's not relevant. But either, like I said, if you are in front of the goalkeeper's line of sight and you are blocking his vision, that's exactly what we saw there. It had to be ruled out. And again, I imagine Howard Webb will be making another apology. User 6887. Why is there a black spot in the middle of your screen key? It's the mic, mate. Here, look. It's the mic. Little boom mic. Jake, if Tottenham scores, I get 100, or do I cash out at 30? I mean, I can't even tell you at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Tolga, it is very likely that Tottenham will not lose. The data is a trap, but I say Tottenham double chance. Makes sense. Okay. You've teased me back in again. How much for Tottenham double chance? Tottenham or draw? 19-1 at half time here now, Tolga. You are on your last chance saloon here, sunshine. You are on your last chance saloon. The Turkish supercomputer. I'm all for it. I'll do it. You've won me over. Tottenham or draw. It's good for a quid, that. 19-1, I'll take it. Right, half time in this one. What are we saying? Jiminy, Arsenal might clinch the title with more than 5 games left this year. And Adam says half-time quiz. No half-time quiz prepared today. Yeah, no half-time quiz. Midtjylland have just conceded against Sondiiska, and it's 1-1 in the Danish Superliga, for those who are following along in that one. Swifty, that was pretty one-sided. It was one-sided. Spurs have been pretty terrible, haven't they? JEFC, happy Sunday, Key. Hey, it might be happy Monday, Jay. It might be happy Monday if you lads get beat. The Legend FK says Arsenal will win the title. No one is keeping up with them, that's why. Well, yeah, it'd be the same thing as we got last year. Liverpool won the league, yeah, because Arsenal fell off and City fell off. So Arsenal will win it this year, and we'll say, oh yeah, it's because Liverpool fell off and City fell off. Do you think Arsenal fans will care? No, because you can only beat who's in front of you. It's the exact same as last year. So they're not going to win the league because they are absolutely brilliant and a wonderful team. It's because they've spent a load of money, unlike City and Liverpool, they've spent a load of money on ready-made players. And that's going to hurt Arsenal in years to come. But right now, they've got a ready-made squad that is better than pretty much any other team in the Premier League. Sam says too easy for Arsenal, and user, I think Chelsea could be a shot in the dark for the Prem. No, Chelsea are nowhere near the Prem. Chelsea won't win the Prem. Listen, Chelsea I think at a push could finish maybe 3rd, but I don't think they finish ahead of City. I don't even think they finish ahead of Liverpool, if I'm honest, but they might maybe get top 3. They could finish ahead of Liverpool. Be yourself, Dylan. Love the new mic. Nice. User 688, why not? Well, listen, Robert Sanchez doesn't win a Premier League title. Look at Chelsea's defence. Chelsea's defence tells you everything you need to know. Every Premier League side that's won the title has had a pretty strong defence. They've all had a, either a really good, strong, solid centre-back or a really good, strong, solid goalkeeper. Chelsea got neither. Chelsea's goalkeeper and centre-backs are, I want to say, bottom half. They're terrible. Robert Sanchez isn't a Premier League winning keeper, and neither are the centre-backs. Whoever they put in, whether it be Badiashile or Fofana or Tosin or a Champong, they're not centre-backs who win the Premier League, are they? Come on. Stark says, how can't Arsenal have players for years? Because they've signed a load of players who are ready-made. This is what I was talking about. They've got players in there who are 26, 27 who they've signed this year, whereas Liverpool and City have gone out and signed 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds. So that's the key difference. Is if you look at Man United and you look at Arsenal, their priority is to win now, so they've signed players who are ready now. They've signed Mbermos and Cunhas, and they've paid big money and big wages to get them for United. Arsenal, it's the same. They've gone and got Ezes and Zubamendi's and Gyökeres's. They're not players who are going to be, in 5 years' time, still options for them. Even in 3 years' time, they might not still be options for them. Whereas for Liverpool, that's not going to be the case. Liverpool and City will have your Vitor Rises and your Savinios, and Liverpool will have Leone and Kirkes and Engamoa. These are players Liverpool and City are investing in, and Chelsea to a degree as well. Chelsea have got a much younger side now. Arsenal haven't really done that. Arsenal need to win now. The Legend FK, Arsenal have a settled defence, no weak spot back there. No, I agree with that. I'd agree with that. They've got a very, very settled defence. And it's not even necessarily the defence, it's the way Arsenal play, isn't it? They don't take any chances. They're a very, very difficult side to watch. I think Arsenal fans would admit that. They're a pretty difficult watch for them all. The first goal goes in here for 36 minutes, and for 35 minutes, we're all in the chat talking away, saying what an absolutely awful game this is. That's Arsenal games. That's not just Arsenal Spurs. That's Arsenal games. They're all absolutely awful to watch. And it's just how Arsenal play. And as a result, they've got a wonderful defensive record. And fair play to Arteta. That's exactly what he wants to prioritise, and that's fine. They'll probably win a league title at some point. They haven't managed to do it thus far. They might well win it this year. Dr. Tugging Tugboats with bought so many backups in and quite heavy depth in squad. Sorry, Kieran. There's no defending Liverpool. Slot needs to go. Honestly, see Everton finishing above us. Oh, Kieran. That's a way. That's absolute wind-up fodder, That's wind-up fodder. Like I said, no serious Liverpool fan actually believes that Arne Slot needs to be sacked. Jim says, I know we're looking way ahead, but looking at putting a big wager on Liverpool next week against West Ham, I just can't see them falling to the bottom of the table. Who, West Ham? Is that where they would be? Are you on about West Ham to win? Look at the state of that. Look at this. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of them offside, and 2 of them are blocking the goalkeeper's view. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. We can absolutely call out the fact that Arsenal have been very, very lucky. Because they have. He's blocked the goalkeeper's view. By the record, by the letter of the law, that goal should be disallowed. It is shocking. That is shocking. FM No Casuals, Alisson is just a massive miss as well for me. And Steve says they'll win it this year with you and City flapping it, no one to challenge them. Yeah, I agree. Probably, yeah, it may be so. I think City are the team I backed earlier in the season, just because I think they've got the experience to go in the distance, and Arsenal have got a track record of bottling it. City, I still think City have got a very, very good chance. But, who knows? Maybe it will be Arsenal's year. If it is, then it's about time, isn't it? They've spent more than anyone else. They have to win it at some point. At some point, it makes insane sense. You can't keep spending double whatever. They spent more than £1 billion. They spent double what Liverpool have over the last 6 years. They have to at some point win a Premier League title. The odds are just overwhelmingly for him. He's not won a sausage in 6 years, Arteta, has he? And yet, do you know what? He'll win a league title this year when Liverpool have fallen to bits and City have fallen to bits. He'll win a league title this year and you'll have Declan Rice saying, oh my God, generational manager. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. Kieran says Slot spent 500 million and made us worse. Mate, again, Kieran, you're talking out your backside, mate. You're talking out your backside. All the players that we've signed are all pretty much kids, young players. Officially, the data is on Tottenham's side, but it also shows the devious Arsenal's end of match odds at 17-17. Oh, Tolga, you're reining it in now. You're reining it in. That guy Miles, you won it last year when everyone flopped. Short-term memory there. And I said that earlier. Like I said, Liverpool won it last year, and everybody said, oh, well, it was because everyone else flopped. It's because Arsenal flopped and City flopped. Liverpool won it, right? And I say, and yeah, well, the same thing will happen this year, but nobody will say the same about Arsenal, will they? Everyone will say, oh, well, yeah, Arsenal, an absolutely unbelievable generational manager. Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying. That's the hypocrisy. Thank you for agreeing with me. You're pointing out the hypocrisy. That's exactly how it is. I've said it many times already. Steve says you need to go all out for Gay in January. Don't wait for the end of the season. Gay doesn't change anything about this Liverpool side. Gay doesn't make this Liverpool side better. That's the issue that people seem to not be able to recognise. Unknown Wolf, hey Key, how's it going? Good to see you, Wolf. Good to see you, mate. Jake, that's because Liverpool weren't even good last year. Well, we were top. We were good enough to finish top, and the only team that beat us in Europe ended up winning the Champions Leagues, and they only beat us on penalties as well, in fairness. So, yeah. Well, there you go. The Legend FK, Forest outplayed us. If we played today, Forest would win again. They did. They were the better side. They deserved it. 3 points was absolutely Forest yesterday. No problem with that. Reveal clothing, Kanate. What about Kanate? What about Kanate? Kanate isn't the problem that Liverpool have. Like, again, you take Kanate out, you put Gay in, Liverpool still are where they are in the table. This is the fundamental. I can only assume these people haven't watched us. You can only assume these people haven't watched us this season or last season. Haven't watched an awful lot of them. 3-star Reds. Any chance Mrs. Premier League Dad will be making a debut on the stream on Christmas Day? Not on the Christmas Day stream. She may do eventually though. Yeah, she might pop on eventually. But no, it's not on the Christmas. On the Christmas Day stream, her in-laws are with us, so she'll be entertaining the in-laws. Kanate cost you that corner. Kanate cost you that corner. Costing your corner doesn't mean anything. As if costing you a corner is like, oh yeah, he's awful, he's dreadful, he cost you a corner. Players make errors, players make mistakes all the time. How do you recover from it? Kanate's saved us loads of times this season. Kanate was unbelievable in loads of games this season, including games we've got beaten, by the way. Kanate had a decent game against Brentford. And Van Dijk. They weren't the reason we got beaten. We got battered against Brentford. Kanate and Van Dijk did alright in that game. But again, this isn't the answers people are looking for. The simplistic people looking for simplistic answers. They want one-word answers. Anything more than that, anything a little bit more nuanced or, anything a little bit more balanced. No. One-word answers. That's all right. Cavemen. Cavemen in the chat. Yet again. Daniel, who's been Liverpool's worst player this season, Alexis McAllister by a country mile. An absolute country mile. Reveal clothing. He is awful so far this season. Has his head been turned, Kanate? That's what Anfield Agenda says. Oh, hey, if Anfield Agenda says it, well, hey, it must be true then. This is the same numpty saying slot out. Again, he's not representative of Liverpool fans. If you're getting your Liverpool news from Anfield Agenda, you're way off it. You're way off it. I would encourage you to seek other sources. Daniel Kanate is the second best defender in world football. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I agree. I would agree with you. You and I agree on that one, Daniel. Kanate going to... Listen, Real Madrid don't sign bad defenders, do they? They don't sign bad defenders. Kieran Wirtz has been the worst player this season. Again, Kieran, I can only assume you're about 14, mate, because you've clearly not watched a lot of footy. Jonathan Woodgate. Jonathan Woodgate wasn't a bad defender. Jonathan Woodgate was a brilliant defender. He was injured quite a bit, but he was a brilliant defender. Vincent Jamie Lane, it's always harder to win the league as champions. You're everyone's cup final. That's what makes the 4 in a row from City something special that won't be seen for decades. Agreed. Yeah, good teams win the title. Great teams retain the title. That's why very, very few have done it. That's why it's Chelsea, City, United, and have Arsenal done it? I think Arsenal have done it, haven't they? But great teams. If you look back over Premier League history, there's many, many good teams who've won the title, but very few have actually gone on to retain it. Jesus Christ, what's Xavi Simons done to his hair? I was thinking then, who the bloody hell's that? I'm used to seeing him with the tight plaits. I thought it was Guendouzi coming on for a minute. Unknown Wolf, I could understand how slot out seems harsh, but wouldn't you think he's treading a thin line? I would have thought Liverpool would have been back on track ages ago at this point. No, what do you mean treading a thin line? Mate, right. Look at Mikel Arteta, who people are arguing has done a wonderful job at Arsenal, right? He spent double what Liverpool have. 6 years, not won a tap, not won a sausage, and they've given him time, right? He's consistently got it wrong, spent more than anyone else, and they keep giving him time. Arne Slot wins a Premier League in his first year, and we're on about sacking him 3 months into the new season after a player dies. Are you absolutely joking me? These people are off their head. They're off their head. There's no serious Liverpool fan entertaining Slot out. Not one. Unless they've got a social media platform to try and promote. Then maybe. Then it would make sense. Because again, that's the way you get views at the minute, is Slot out, Slot out, Slot out. You get insane views that way. Arsenal, it's fucking 3-0. Jesus Christ, Spurs! What's going on? The Turkish supercomputer can get in the bin. It's evidently broken. It's got a virus on it. Something must be wrong. Because it swore blind to me, Tolga. You told me at 2-0 down, Spurs or draw. You lulled me in and you said, put money on Spurs to win. I did it. At 1-0, you said it again. You told me, uber confident, I am the king of coding. I don't get it wrong. And now, 3-0 down. What are you saying now? The Turkish supercomputer absolutely done me like a kipper. Eze, 3-0. Nothing wrong with that one. That's the first good goal Arsenal have scored today, that. First good goal they've scored. Chris Slater, any fellow Liverpool content creators you don't watch? All of them. All of them. Because all the United ones are bad. So, do you know what, Chris? I have to disagree with you on that one. I think there's a number of United fan channels that I quite like. All right, like there's some like. I really like Stretford Paddock. I do like Stretford Paddock. I disagree with him quite frequently, but I like the content. I like Joe, and I think. I mean, yeah, Adam McCullough and Joe, and. What's the other fella's name? The bald head fella. I apologise. He seems really cool as well. He seems like a nice guy, and at the very least knows his onions about United. Stielsen, I can take or leave. Stielsen's maybe he's a little bit maybe not my cup of tea with his opinions and views and stuff on that. But I think at least I can get on board with Joe, and I can get on board with a few of those on Stretford Paddock. But when it comes to Liverpool fan channels, this is one of the reasons why I created this, because I don't really feel like any of the Liverpool fan channels are representative of me. I like a lot of what the Anfield Rap do. I do like a lot of what the Anfield Rap do, and you know, some of what Redmen TV does is all right, and you know, there are good Liverpool fan channels, of that I've no doubt, but there's an awful lot, very sadly, some of which we've mentioned that are quite clearly clickbait, rage bait, and only there to try and farm views. And that's fine, that's their prerogative. It's not my thing though. Biz Morley is the worst. I don't honestly, I couldn't tell you who that is. And that's not me trying to be like, what, I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is, so I can't comment. But I know that there's a lot. There's a lot of Liverpool fan creators, content creators who... And listen, they've got a lot of... It's going to come across like... They've got a lot more subs than I probably ever will. So, fair play to them. It works, whatever they're doing. But I just can't imagine being that insincere and talking that... It's, yeah. People think I talk shite, and that's fine. I do talk a fair bit of shite. But I at least believe what I'm saying. At the very least, I believe what I'm saying. Even if I'm wrong, and I frequently am wrong, I believe absolutely what I'm saying. Whereas all this performative nonsense, where you can tell, either they don't believe it, they're saying it for clicks and views. Yeah, I don't get it. Or I do. I do get it. I do. It's for money. Unknown Wolf says, absolutely terrible defending from Spurs. More wide open than the Grand Canyon. Daniel, what about Cop TV? I don't think I watch Cop. I don't know who Cop TV is. Yeah, I've not. But don't take that as like a dig. Honestly, I don't know that many Liverpool content, like fan channels, because the ones that I have followed and watched are just like, I like Red Men. I don't mind Red Men, but I don't consume the content very often. I don't mind Anfield Rap. I don't mind Anfield Rap, but other than that, I can take or leave the rest. Chance, nearly 4. This could be 5-6-0 to Arsenal. This if they're not careful, Spurs. The Legend FK, LFC Owen, and Colin Harris. Do you think Slot is getting it wrong, or the players he's got are not all that, i.e. Isaac? Colin, it's far more than that, I assure you. It's neither Slot is getting it wrong, and neither is it the players are not good enough. It's probably a combination of 6-7 different factors. This is why people are looking for simplistic answers, and there isn't a simplistic answer to it. Daniel, what's the last thing you thought you were right about, but later found out you were wrong about? I don't know. It's the last thing I thought I was right about, but found out I was wrong about. Liverpool will win yesterday. Probably. Liverpool will win yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Tierno Barry would adapt better than he has done. I'll say that. I thought Tierno Barry I've maybe given him a little bit too much credit in hindsight, but he is still very young. He's still new to the Prem, and I still think there's a player in there with Barry. And again, he's an Everton centre forward. I'm a Liverpool fan, so nothing makes me happier than him missing chances and whatever. But I do think there's a player in there with Tierno Barry. And I think if they give him time, he'll come good. I know he's caused a few Everton fans a bit of frustration. Reese, I don't think we've played boring football today. Yeah, well, you've got a deflected goal, a goal that should have been ruled out. You've scored one good goal. You've scored one good goal, says Reese. That's what you've got. You got one good goal today, the last one, 3-0. Other than that, you've been a little bit spawny. Unknown Wolf says, I'm not a Liverpool fan, so can't really say, but Forest had a bad start, and I do agree about Jota. Gotta give Slot more time. Slot gets the season for me. He doesn't go anywhere until, at the very least, this time next year. Ball whipped in, unlucky, nearly 4-0. Zed Rays, Barry is a superstar. He'll be one of the reasons we get Europe. Do you think he'll stay for another 10 years? I don't think he'll stay for another 10 years to see Everton in Europe. The legend FK, I don't mind Sean Dyche, so I don't mind him being jovial. Vital win to try and survive in the Prem. Yeah, exactly. This is it. This is it. Daniel, do you think Arsenal could win the league with most goals for and still be boring? Possibly, yeah. Like I said, I think if... Let's be honest. Let's be really honest, Daniel. You're an Arsenal fan. Have you been entertained? Well, you're an Arsenal fan. Of course you're going to say yes. But for 36 minutes watching this game, 3-0, not a single one in the chat has said this has been a really good game or a really good performance from Arsenal. It's not. It's been boring. It's been boring. Really boring. Arsenal have been absolutely in control, refusing to take any sort of risk. So Spurs haven't really been able to get out of their own half. They've done really good. They've done some good things in midfield, at least. That's where Arsenal have won the battle. They've been far more dominant in midfield with Rice, Zubamendi and Eze against Palhinha and Bentancur. So they've outnumbered those two, and that's where the game's been won and lost. They've absolutely exerted control, and they're taking no risk. And, you know, see, this is the thing. This is what I don't understand with Mikel Arteta. Because for me, at this point, go and not only kill the game, but get like an all-timer type of performance. Richarlison, what a strike that is! Oh my God, what a goal from Richie! Well, they said the pigeon wasn't out, but it's back! The pigeon's back! And we might have a game on here! Come on, Richie! Zubamendi, I was just talking about Arsenal having all the control in the game. Well, tell you what, no chance. He's had an absolute clanger there, Zubamendi. And Richie Richarlison with the strike. David Raya, nowhere to be found. What a tackle that is. And Richie with a strike. Arsenal 3, Spurs 1. It's back on. Come on, Spurs. There's still time. There's still time. It's coming. Daniel, you make being well-structured sound like a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just not an entertaining thing. It's not an entertaining thing. You asked about entertaining, not about quality of performance. If your preference is control and loss and lack of risk, you know, no risk, because that's the trade-off, isn't it? Do you want to be entertaining? Do you want to create chances aplenty? Or, and the trade-off is that you maybe leave the back door open a little bit, or do you accept that you leave no room for chance creation against you, but you might have to score off set pieces, and you might have to get deflections like Arsenal have got in this one. Or you might have to get lucky decisions from the referee as Arsenal have got in this one. So actually now, the score should be 1-1. Oh, there's not 1-1. Yeah, no, 1-1. The score should be 1-1. By rights, the score should be 1-1. Arsenal have had a deflected goal, and they've had a goal that should have been ruled out for offside. So right now, Spurs should be level. Joe, describe the goal, keep out. Oh, Zubamendi pissing about with it in midfield. He gets it robbed off him, and Richarlison, the ball just kind of rolls to the right-hand side. It's about 40, 50 yards out. Richarlison lobs the keeper. Absolutely unbelievable strike from Richarlison. And, yeah, lobs David Raya from about 45, 50 yards out. Really good goal. And he's done it again, Zubamendi. I tell you what, how much did you pay for him? Poof! Shocking. Shocking. He's having a nightmare, Zubamendi, out there. Ben Hughes reminded me of David Bentley goal, 08-09 season. Look at Zubamendi diving around there now. Daniel, a defence can be tough and the attack can be free-flowing. It's not always one or the other. Well, it is in this case. Arsenal's attack is not free-flowing, mate. Come on. Nobody in the right mind would describe Arsenal's attack as free-flowing. It would be effective or efficient. It would be efficient. They're highly efficient, Arsenal's attack. And they're very, very stubborn defensively. They take no risks. They push no one high. They're not interested in overloads, really. It's a very risk-averse type of game. And that's why, for the first 40 minutes, basically, or the first 35 minutes, before the deflected goal goes in, Everybody is saying in the chat, irrespective of who they support, Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, whoever it might be, everyone is saying what a boring game of football this is because there was no clear chances from any of them. And that's often what you see in Arsenal games. It's very, very common. No clear chances, Arsenal pinch a goal, and then they end up winning 3 or 4-0. Because they've got total, utter control. They're very good at controlling the game. Reece, Zubamendi's better than Maka 100%. As if you've said that. Zubamendi's better than McAllister. Mate, I'm better than Alexis McAllister if you're just talking about this season. Fucking anyone's better. You could pick a random in the chat. They'd be better than Alexis McAllister this season. It's a good tackle. Really good play that from Vicario. And Spurs have broke the press. Come on, Spurs. Come on, Spurs. Ball whipped in. Unlucky. Get it to Xavi Simons. That's better. Xavi Simons picks it up. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. You show him what you're about. It's going to be a corner ball. Ah, what a rat bag. What a rat bag that ref is. Absolute rat bag. Joe says Reece's tie in disguise. Oh, sweet lord. Under the Floodlight says, another assist for Tsimikas today. Thank you, Liverpool. Roma, top of the league. Good player, Tsimikas. The Greek Scouser. Like him a lot. Very good player. Dara Murphy, slot in or out? Slot in. Again, I'll keep saying it for those who seem to doubt it. No serious Liverpool fan is saying slot out. If they're saying slot out, then they're not a serious Liverpool fan. Oh, look at him again. Look at him again. Get up, Zubamendi. Diving rats. Oh, he'll fit in just right with this Arsenal team in. It's a great run from Kudus. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. You've got him. No, of course it's a foul to Arsenal. What a surprise. FCB, you're doing the Everton game tomorrow night. I am, mate, yes. There's still time to go here, you know. Still time. Come on, Spurs. Unknown Wolf, that was never a foul. He dove. The legend FK Sam Allardyce to take over at Liverpool next season. He's a good manager, Sam Allardyce. I wouldn't have him at Liverpool, but he was a good manager. Oh, what's he whinging at now, Arteta? What's he having a whinge at now? Yeah, get back in your box, lad. Get back in your box. Look at this state. You're crying at now. No wrong. Forever asking for cards and it's absolutely shocking. Never known a manager whinge so much as Arteta. Christ, if they'd have won it, if you could win Premier League titles and get points for whinging, they'd have won 4 by now. Ball whipped in, keeper pushes away, nice and easy. Eze, strike. Corner to Arsenal. The legend FK or Alan Pardew, maybe we could dance our way up the table. Do you remember that at FA Cup final? Yams, bet you didn't say that every time Klopp used to whinge. Klopp didn't whinge anywhere near as much as Arteta. Nowhere near as much. Unknown Wolf, would you be able to cover the derby for Wednesday, Blues v West Brom? I don't mind if you can't. I don't think I can, mate, no, because I'm Wednesday night is Liverpool against PSV in the Champions League, so I'll be doing Liverpool PSV on Wednesday. But I'm sure I will be doing more Championship games over the next few weeks. We've done a fair few Championship League 1, League 2, National League games on this channel. Swifty says, Allardyce got us promoted, but nobody respects him at Notts County. Why not? Legend FK, my problem with Allardyce was that he rarely, if ever, praised the opposition. I really liked Allardyce. I thought he was a good manager and he should have been given longer with the England job, to be honest. Because he could vary up his play. He wasn't always, absolute gravy ball. He could vary up his play. Daz Reynolds, is Bradley or Verts back for Wednesday, would you say? I think Verts possibly, but Bradley no. No, Bradley's out for a good few weeks apparently. Verts possibly. Spence, Kudus, Spurs knocking it about a little bit more now. Getting a little bit more joy on the ball. FCB doing the Tranmere game on Thursday night. No. Slim Shady, you should just support your local team. I do. Yeah, I do. Right, 2 changes coming on here for Tottenham. Sarr and Odeber's coming off. Who's Odeber coming off for? Kolo Muani for Odeber. So what, Richarlison goes wide left. Bentancur coming off for Sarr. That makes sense. That's a straight swap. So Bentancur for Sarr and Kolo Muani for Odeber, I assume maybe means that Simons goes wide left. That's an odd change, isn't it? Interesting. Swifty approached by Bolton and just left. Never thanked staff or players. Rude to fans. Really? Interesting. I didn't know that. Nathan, do Spurs have Tell in the team? Yes, they do have Tell in the team. He's on the bench. 3-star Reds. Big Sam shafted County to move to Bolton. If I am right, Swifty may be able to confirm that. Yeah, he's just said that's basically what it is. That he went to Bolton and just left. Never thanked staff or players and was rude to the fans. Hey, there you go. Jake, my word, what a goal by Tottenham. It was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? If Tottenham get one more, then, it's potentially on, but I think if Tottenham get one more, then they deserve a point out of this one, because Arsenal, they should have had that goal chalked off. Arsenal have been very, very fortunate. If Spurs manage to get a second, then Arsenal have been very, very lucky to win this. Jake Fitzpatrick, goal of the season contender. Oh, absolutely. For me, that is goal of the season thus far. That is goal of the season. Richarlison against Arsenal. That's it done. Do well to see a better goal than that scored this season. Swifty, I think we'll see better. Is Richarlison. Over on the left-hand side, that's a shocking ball in. What is that? Who did that? Fucking Polina. Unbelievable. Good result for Liverpool. This keeps Spurs within reach in the style for 8th. The style for 8th. Speaking exceptional England there, Mike. SpongeBob, Forest. What about Forest? Yellow card here for... Who was it who's getting the booking? Oh, Marino, look at him straight up to say, no, I don't need any. He's gone down like he's been, look at this. Do you know what? That should be a yellow card. He's gone down like he's been shot in the stands. And then he stands up as soon as he sees the ref giving a yellow card. He's gone over. Look at that. Get him off the pitch, ref. Get him off the pitch. Get off the pitch. Yeah, off you go. Off you go, you cheat. Get him off the pitch. Yeah. Look at him. He stood as soon as he saw the ref booking the player. He stood up and went like that to the. Nah, I don't need treatment. I don't need treatment. Really? It's a surprise. You went down like you needed treatment. Jake Fitzpatrick, Tottenham has been the better side since the goal. They have. They've been by far the better side, haven't they? Yeah, much the better side. The legend FK Forest this season, we've looked like we were lost in a forest. Romero heads it back in. Come on. Easy flick on. No, it's a free kick to Arsenal. 3-star Reds. I missed those Forest County top flight matches, Swifty, many a time ago to those games when Clough and Jimmy Squirrel were gaffers. Clough and Jimmy Squirrel. I love those Clough stories with Mark Crossley. Would you like a new one, son? Strike, easy for Vicario, nice and easy. Good save. Better, much better. Saka's not had a... He's been pretty quiet, hasn't he, today, Saka? To be honest, he's been pretty quiet this season. Bit of a drop-off for Bukayo Saka. Done well for England, obviously. But, generally speaking, not been brilliant at times. Jake Fitzpatrick says, in my opinion, Saka is overrated. Well, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's a very good player. He's a very good player. I just don't think he should necessarily start for England. I think Cole Palmer's the better player. So I put Cole Palmer ahead of him. Swifty says they beat us 4-0 in 91-92. A young Roy Keane destroyed us and we drew 1-1 there. Christian, you seriously believe Liverpool will finish third while being 11th currently? Christian, we're 2 points off fourth, mate. We're 2 points off fourth. It's not like I'm predicting us to be 20 points clear in the title race. You know, we're 2 points off fourth. It's not a insurmountable challenge. We could be there next week. But again, these are the people you're dealing with, not particularly with it. Declan Rice corner kick for Arsenal. Keep him out, Spuds. Chance. Oh, it must be. Oh, they've missed an absolute sitter there at Arsenal. And it's a throw out. Kudus ain't getting to that one. Good tracking back from Eze, in fairness. That's really good play from Eze. That's really good play from Eze. Very, very good play. And that, do you know what? And that's the sort of thing you get when you sign a player who's 27 and played in the Premier League for many, many years. As soon as you get him in the side, it's pretty easy. There is no integration, really. Unlucky, unlucky. Christian says, but Liverpool have looked awful for weeks now, and the legend FK look at Aston Villa consistency has seen them rise. This is it. Aston Villa were, honestly, people were talking about Unai Emery being sacked in the early part of this season. They're now 4th. It can change so quickly. Santander 1-0 against Burgos in La Liga 2. Richarlison's are not an happy bunny there. Who was it who had a go at Richarlison? Saliba. 3-star Reds, calling it a night, Key. See you midweek. Take it easy, mate. Have a good one. Maybe see you around for the Everton United game tomorrow if you're around. But have a good night and enjoy your weekend. Swifty, Kudus and Simons can play clearly, but Spurs just missing something. Do you know what it is? Spurs, it's midfield for Spurs. It is midfield, in my opinion. Oh, Arsenal are in here down left-hand side. Trossard, Eze, 3. He's got a hat-trick. He's got a hat-trick. Oh, hey, so much. What's he doing? I thought he was going to take his shirt off then and he would have got a yellow card. Hey, listen. Can't really fault him. This is what you get when you pay the big money for a Premier League ready player. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens. You go and sign 27 years old, prime, absolute Premier League quality. This is what you get. And Arsenal have done it again. They're gonna sail 6 points clear, and it's about time. Let's be honest. It's about time. You can't keep spending more than everyone else and not win a Premier League eventually. And there you go. Eze hat-trick. That'll rub salt in the wounds for Spurs. Won't be very happy with that. What's he doing? What's a doggy doing? Oh, doggy's had a shocker. Slippy a doggy. Swifty says, I really like Eze. He comes across as a cracking lad too. Yeah, he's a nice fella. Sean says, what's your thoughts on LFC Owen promote? I don't know who LFC Owen is. I have no idea who LFC Owen is. I assume he's a content creator. I don't know who he is. I'm not digging the guy out. I don't watch content creators really, so that's more a reflection on me than him. I'm sure he's wonderful, but I don't know him. I don't know. I won't pretend to know. Cucho, terrible North London derby. Reece, that wasn't a deflected goal. Hey, it's about time. You've got 2 goals today that are proper. 2 actual proper goals in open play as well from Arsenal. Jake says Tottenham has been poor today, so deserved a win. And Christian says, a Liverpool content creator who spat on his own phone. Jesus Christ. Again, well, yeah, not the smartest, I assume. Probably not the smartest tool in the box. Arsenal are in again here. Could be 5. Could be 5, and it could be Eze again. Oh, big save from Vicario. Eze nearly with 4 against Spurs. I tell you what, they'd have been having a statue of him if he'd have got 4. Toulouse 0, Angers 1. Sweet Lord. Paul Hexham, sorry mate, had a phone call. Hey, no worries mate, it happens. Like I said, you pop in when you can. Richarlison, over to Simons on the left-hand side. Can Spurs maybe take the edge off this with a second? Simons, miles wide. Miles wide. Difficult though, isn't it, for players like Xavi Simons, who, again, 21 years old, come to the Premier League. It's going to take him some time to adapt. This is what happens with young players. But, again, people who don't play football, haven't watched football for very long, probably less bothered about the nuance. Swifty, Sideshow Bob Simmons. He is a little bit Sideshow Mel, isn't he? The big bone through his head. Sideshow Mel, Sideshow Bob. Crusty. Jake, Arsenal are winning the Prem. Probably so. Yeah. Up to this point, at least. It looks like they're certainly in control of it. And like I said, they gave Liverpool plenty of stick, didn't they? Plenty of stick last season. Oh, well, you only won the league because City were crap. City dropped off and we dropped off, and that's why you won the league. Well, okay, well, there you go. You've won one now because we've done it as well. Not because you're a brilliant side. You're just the best of a bad bunch, sadly. Best of a bad bunch this year, Arsenal, I think. Cleared away, and here's Pedro Porro, I think. Ball whipped in, poor Eze blocks it. Not sure what he was doing there. Unknown Wolf says Arsenal are looking good to win the league this season. I imagine so, yeah. And Liam says Spurs' only shot was their goal. That's telling you everything. Thomas Frank will be disappointed with that. Lazio 2, Lecce 0. I didn't even know Madueke had come on. Jake, I wonder who's going to win man of the match. I think that one's pretty much sewn up. I think Eze gets man of the match, but I think if you're looking at maybe second choice for man of the match, to be honest, I actually think Trossard had a good game. Marino's had a good game as well. I think Marino would probably be my second choice because, again, playing out of position. He's proven to be a bit of a wild card for Arsenal, hasn't he? Putting him in the middle, he's played better at centre forward than he has at centre mid. He's a bit of an odd one, really, in that sense. What we saying? Sorry. Lucas on Twitch. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. Key, would you swap Wirtz for Eze? No. Of course I wouldn't swap Wirtz for Eze. Again, do you know what? This is the thing. Pete, of course you wouldn't swap Wirtz for Eze. You wouldn't swap Wirtz for Eze. No. But you can still say Eze is a wonderful player. And he is a wonderful player. He's a fabulous player. But he's 5-6 years older than Wirtz. And I think this is as good as Eze will ever be. I actually think he's not even in Arsenal's best 11, to be honest. If Arsenal's best 11 is all fit, Eze's not even starting. He'll have to do something to get in Arsenal's first 11. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see, maybe. But I certainly wouldn't swap Eze for Wirtz. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Some more Bob, rough day yesterday, Key. Don't know what's going on at the club, but I remember the Hodgson days, so I can survive anything. Exactly, mate. Exactly. And Swifty says Rice was a game changer signing for Arsenal. Certainly elevated them to genuine title contenders. Yeah, Rice is a wonderful player. Rice is a brilliant player. Although I do draw the line at Lee Dixon saying that he was better than Steven Gerrard the other day, which I mean, I don't know how much. Maybe he'd been on the sauce. Maybe he'd had a few drinks at this point, but I don't think anyone's reasonably arguing that that Rice is better than Gerrard. Wanyuri coming on that. See, I feel sorry for this lad. I feel really sorry for Wanyuri because he's not going to get a kick for Arsenal. This is the limit to which, because of Arsenal's transfer strategy and their intent to win the league, that they have deprioritised. They've done the opposite to what Liverpool have done. They have deprioritised their younger players. So the likes of Wanyuri, the likes of Lewis Skelly, they're not getting a kick now. So it's these players who are going to miss out. Liverpool and City have gone the opposite way. We've taken the likes of Leone and Engamoa and young players who are 18, 19, 20. Players like that coming into the side. That's the key difference. And that's why Arsenal are more geared up to win right now. And they probably will struggle in years to come. Whereas Liverpool and City are maybe a bit more future-proofing. It's a little bit more future-proofing going on with Liverpool and City. Vincent Jamie Lane says, Arsenal are normally good before Christmas and then bottle it, so don't panic, mate. Leicester won it again before the Gunners. What are we saying? Daniel, would you take Wanyuri on loan? I'd take Wanyuri. I would take Wanyuri. I actually think Wanyuri would be a really good signing for Liverpool and is actually a possibility. I think Wanyuri would be a good signing for us. I think he would be excellent as like a Salah deputy on that right hand side because he's got a better chance of getting in our side than he does Arsenal's right now. Because Salah's kind of like on the way down, whereas with Arsenal you've got Saka, you've got Madueke, and neither of them you're getting ahead of. Nostalgia Bunker, Eze is 27, he'll probably be with us for 4 years, and 1 year he will be 22 then. Okay, I know, but by 22, do you think at 22 years of age, 1 year he wants to be sat on the Arsenal bench? He doesn't, does he? 1 year will be looking at it and going, hang on a minute. All of my, if he wants to play for England, if he wants to play for whoever, I don't know, maybe he hasn't nominated, I don't know if he is playing for England, but whoever he wants to play for at international level, he is going to, I am sure, decide that he wants to play regularly at club level first, and he needs to get club level minutes. And if he doesn't get starts, he isn't gonna do it. Daniel, would you recall Elliott from loan? Well, I would recall him from loan if he's not going to get minutes. If they're not going to play him, then yeah. Swifty, I think a champion loan is a great way to bulk up for a young player. Hey, there you go. Cheers for that, Swifty. Oh, championship loan. I thought you meant champion. Nostalgia Bunker is going to get plenty of game time without being pressured, and if he leaves, we can charge a lot. When's his contract up? $2030. Yeah, that was a silly move from Ethan Wanyuri. See, this is it. I think Wanyuri and Lewis Skelly will come to regret that in years to come because, like, Lewis Skelly's behind Calafiori and Nkapie, I think. He's not going to get any minutes, and he isn't getting any minutes. Lewis Skelly isn't getting any minutes. Wanyeri isn't getting any minutes. Unless it's like in this type of situation. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll put you on for 5 minutes at the end of a big game. That's not what he wants, is it? He wants to be trusted to start big games, and he's not going to get starts in big games. And that's what's going to be Arsenal's undoing. Lewis Skelly will get frustrated. Wanyeri will get frustrated. Maybe Dalman will get frustrated in time. Depends. Sometimes their talent exceeds their patience, and that might be the case again. Liam, has this been the worst ever Spurs performance in a derby? It's been a bad performance, I'll tell you that. Hey, cheers for that, Paul. Thank you. Nostalgia Bunker, Arsenal will not help out rivals with loans. No, I don't think it'll be a loan. Like I'm saying, I think if it was going to be a loan, it would be to a championship side, but I think he's better than that. So I think if he was going to leave, he would push for a move, and maybe Liverpool would have to pay decent money for him, but I don't know. What does a Wanyeri go for in this market? Maybe 30 million? 30 million for Wanyeri? That feels about right. That might be a gamble someone looks at and thinks it's worth taking at some point. Nostalgia Bunker, Skelly will start against Bayern. I would be very surprised if Skelly starts against Bayern. I'd be very surprised if Lewis Skelly starts against Bayern. And if he does, it's still only in occasional Champions League games, isn't it? Like, he's not getting any minutes in the league. He's been on the bench and not even got off the bench in about 5 games, going the last 5 games or whatever. He's had about 20 minutes combined in the last couple of months. It's not going to be enough to satiate a young player, that. Nostalgia Bunker, Bayern have pace on the wings. Too much for Calafiori. Ooh, unlucky. I think Calafiori's probably a better defender, though. He's a much better defender than Lewis Skelly. And to be honest, Elise, if you've got Elise, you're going to put him up against someone. You don't put him up against Lewis Skelly. Elise will tear Lewis Skelly apart. He will absolutely turn him apart. Yeah, here he is. Speaking of Lewis Skelly, here you go, lad. Here's 2. You get 150 seconds against Spurs, if you're lucky. We'll give you 150 seconds. Kieran, so it's alright for clubs like City, Liverpool, United and Chelsea to have youngsters, but not Arsenal. You can have him. You just got to play him. This isn't playing him, is it? This isn't playing him. Look at what Lewis Skelly's doing now. He's coming on for 100 seconds against Spurs. Whoopee fuck. Like, you can't play him like that. You can't. If he's anywhere near as good as you think he is, and he wants to play for England, he would be kicking off to Mikel Arteta. He'd be saying, listen, if you don't start starting me, I want a transfer. That's inevitable for any young player. Like, there's patience, and mate, you've signed 2 players in my position. I'm not getting in. Like, just say I'm not getting in. They've put Madueke and Saka ahead of Wanyeri. Wanyeri's not getting minutes. They've put Calafiori and, to be honest, even Nkapie when Gabriel's fit. So, he's not getting minutes. He hasn't had a kick all season. So, it's not about, no, they're not allowed youngsters. Of course, you sign all the youngsters you want, no problem. But if you sign youngsters, you've got to play them. Otherwise, they'll get impatient and they'll leave. And that is what Arsenal's strategy has been. Arsenal have gone with, no, we need to win now. We're under pressure to win because we haven't won a tap in 6 years. So we'll go and sign absolute match-ready, immediate impact players like Eze, Zubamendi. We'll go and sign 26, 27-year-olds. Whereas Liverpool have gone and signed 18, 19, 21-year-olds. That's the difference in strategy. Gifted of milk, Lewis Skelly is a centre mid, by the way. No evidence of that. No evidence of that at all. Zero evidence of that. Where's he playing? Where's he playing right now on the pitch? Where's he playing at this moment in time? Just have a quick glance. Just have a quick glance and tell me where Lewis Skelly is on the pitch. Is it smack bang in the centre? Is he a central midfielder? Yeah, I think you're way off there, sunshine. And you claim to be an Arsenal fan. I know more about your players than you do, cock. Where's Lewis Skelly on the pitch? Is he in the middle? Oh, what a shame. No, he's not. Lewis Skelly, centre mid. I've never heard such nonsense. He's played left back all of his first team career. It's the same as saying Trent Alexander-Arnold's a centre mid. There you go. Full time in this one. Full time. Arsenal 4, Spurs 1. Spursy as anything. Eze hat-trick. Arsenal go 6 points clear. Swifty, it's even tougher to get in. Well, there you go, Swifty. There you go. It's even tougher to get in Arsenal's midfield. So hang on a minute. He's a centre mid, but he can't get minutes at left back. But he's going to get him in centre mid. Lay off the glue. Lay off the glue, Arsenal fans. Apparently, sweet lord. Honestly, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Lewis Skelly is not getting anywhere near that Arsenal side, and if he wants to go to the World Cup, he needs to kick up a fuss. And if Wanyuri wants to get off the bench and pick splinters out of his arse at some point, he's going to have a little bit of a kick up as well. Otherwise, he can sit on the bench with Dauman and pick splinters out of his arse while Madueke and Saka are in front of him. Right. I will see you off tomorrow. I'm going to be back for Man United against Everton tomorrow night. If you want to watch along, give us a follow, give us a sub, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for everyone in the chat. I will see you all tomorrow night. Take it easy. Have a lovely Sunday night, whatever you're doing.